Welcome everyone to another episode of Time for BL. This is the podcast where we review movies, TV shows, novels, and comics, all in the boys love genre. Now, I am actually very excited about this episode because this TV show surprised me. I did not expect to like it. I wasn't even going to watch it because I was like, there's no way I would enjoy another story about college boys hating each other, then falling in love, and they live happily ever after. The end. And I was wrong. The show I'm talking about is Why Are You? The series. It is a Thai boys love romance comedy, and it aired on Line TV. Yeah. So it aired on Line TV, and it actually was worth the watch. Didn't think it would be, but it was worth the watch. I'm gonna have to right now just shout out Buell Sarang for me even watching it, because she posted a video, I think right after the first episode. Was it her? Yeah, I think it was her. What if I'm shouting out? Buell Sarang or Prince Dior? I think it's the same person. I think it's the same owner for both channels. But one of them posted a video about Why Are You? The series. I watched it and I was like, this actually does look interesting. I want to watch it. It was Buell Sarang. I was like, I actually want to watch the show. I'll check it out. I'll watch the show. One of the reasons why I really wanted to watch it because Saint is in it, and for those who are Thai BL fans, he was in Love by Chance. He was okay. Actually, after watching Why Are You? The series, I appreciate his acting more in Love by Chance, because a lot of the scenes at first I was like, because he's a new actor, I was like, they want him to act very shy and he's this sweet guy, but oh gosh. And now that I've seen him in Why Are You? The series, I was like, yo, he's great. He's amazing. Because I saw Remembrance. That was a thing that happened. I know there's people out there that enjoyed it. And it's good to enjoy things. So that happened. But Why Are You? The series. So the stars of the show, we have Tommy and Jimmy, who play Zon and Saifah, and we have Saint and Z, who play Tutor and Fighter. Now this is going to be a very long episode because the truth is this show had way too many couples. Like, why do you need that many couples? I didn't even bother counting the couples, because, oh my God, that's too much. I can't keep up with that. And that was actually, I would say, one of the show's downfalls. So first, I want to focus on the main couples. So, Zon and Saifah. Let's start with them. Now, we can see from the beginning that there's a lot of awkwardness between them. They're very upset with each other, and we don't really understand why they like Saifah likes messing with Zon and why they are the way they are. But then we learn from Zon's sister Zol that there was an accidental kiss, and that was a kiss. that it was an accident, but it was a kiss. Like, when I saw it, I busted out laughing because the only thing that came to mind in that moment is a scene in Kiss Me Again. When, oh gosh, and now I forgot their names. How is that even possible? Like, in my head, I'm like, New and Tay. But no, in Kiss Me Again, Kao and Pete have an accidental kiss, and it's obviously so orchestrated. And when I say that, is like the choreography for that accidental kiss doesn't look natural. It looks like turn, fall, lips, land, perfect, give each other a look. Like, that's what it looks. But this accidental kiss, the way it was done, I mean, of course it's still choreographed and orchestrated, but when when their lips lock, it was just like, oh, that's a kiss. like that's a kiss. And it made it really funny for me, because that's just where my mind went. And now, because Zol's sister saw the kiss, she started writing fanfic about her brother, which I was like, ew, like, why would you write fanfic about your brother? He's your brother. And she like, it would be one thing if she was just writing a story about her brother and her brother finds a boyfriend, but there's romantic scenes, like bom chicka wah 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 wah. There's those in the book that she's writing about her brother. Like, why would you do that? Who said that's a thing to do? Girl, we need to talk. You're still cute, but we need to talk. But yeah, Zon's sister, is writing the story about him, and he's like, well, you know what, if we kissed, then I wish everything in your book to become real. And the BL storyline starts. So what I do like about it is there's a whole thing with Zon where he's trying to figure out, is he in a BL story, is he not, is this just life, is this just how he and Saifah, like, they just started that way and they're the ones who are over stressing about this kiss, and but then eventually get to know each other and then eventually fall in love, or is it because he's in a BL story? And I was worried when I saw that Mew and Gulf were going to be in there, because I was like, how many episodes? And luckily it was just the end of episode 1 and the beginning of episode 2, and they were gone, because oh my god, it would have become another Mew, Gulf, look at them, look how cute they are, oh my god, I love them, type forever. I sound like a hater. And then there was T and Fuse. I liked them better in this than I liked them in Make It Right. Sorry to the fans of Make It Right. Here's the thing. I watched season 1. Only reason I finished season 1, I liked Frame and Book's storyline. It was more comfortable because of, especially, he was so young, but he was actually already a really good actor in my eye. Oh my god, I can't remember the name of the guy who played Book. It's killing me. I used to know his name by heart. Anyway, but they both those actors did a very good job in Make It Right. The actors who play T and Fuse, they worked hard. I'm gonna stop there. This is about Why Are You, the series. So yeah, they had their little cameos, and of course that confuses Zon, because he's like, am I in the story, am I not? Am I in the story, am I not? And then they're supposed to have a concert together, and like all this stuff, and he doesn't want to work with Saifah because they hate each other's guts, and but then we see them start with like the shy flirting when they went on their not a date. It was so cute. It was just the cutest not a date I've ever seen. It was so not a date. I did like when Saifah basically was just in his own way let Zon know that he likes him, with them, you know, playing music in Saifah's room, and then he like leans in for a kiss, and Zon just lets him know, I don't feel like that for you. And they both kind of acknowledge and don't acknowledge that there's some feelings there, because, you know, Zon is still kind of allowing Saifah to treat him in this very romantic way, and you know, he's allowing Saifah to show his feelings. He's letting Saifah just show his feelings, and he's enjoying the treatment he's getting. He likes the way he feels when he's around Saifah as well. I became disappointed with the fact that they never got to film all of Zon and Saifah's storyline, because here's the truth. Before that, I didn't care. Before that, I was like, I really don't care about these two guys. Go back. Can we get back to Tutor and Fighter, please? I like their storyline. But as you see Zon and Saifah's progression, I actually became interested in them as well, and I wanted to see where they would go. So I am disappointed that we never got to see all of that, but that is the COVID. That's where we are with that right now. Hopefully after this whole situation is over, they will be able to film all the Zon Saifah scenes and maybe put it out in like a little short or something like that. I don't think they need to put it in the episodes. Just do like a special episode, Zon and Saifah's relationship, and we'll be good with that. I that's me personally. Yeah, so Zon and Saifah's relationship, very cute. Jimmy, first time acting, I believe, for him. I think this is the only thing I saw on his drama. I checked the My Drama List page because it's hard to get like a lot of these shows to see the full credits on things like IMDb and Wikipedia even sometimes. And I believe this was the first acting gig for Jimmy, and you could tell in a lot of parts that he's not, a veteran actor, but it didn't always take away from the story, because whoever the casting director was or the acting coach for Why Are You the series, I think the acting coach is a huge part of it. I think they did an amazing job, whatever acting workshops they did. I think they did a good job with whatever chemistry reads they did to get these characters together. And I think the director also did a good job. Were there scenes where I was kind of like, of course, but there's that in every show. But those scenes didn't take away so much from Why Are You that I was like, I don't want to watch this show anymore. I was invested. Even though, I'm not gonna lie, Zana and Saifah were not even my second favorite couple. They're probably my fourth favorite couple in the whole show, and we'll get to that soon. Now, let's talk about my favorite couple. The one who I was like, this show should just be about them. I just want to watch them. And that's Tutor and Fighter. Before I move on to Tutor and Fighter, I just want to say the actress who played Zon's parents were hot. Like the mom, she turned around, she had that tattoo on her hand, and I was like, yes, MILF, get it. And then the dad came and I was like, oh my God, you play the guitar? Yes. Like, they were just a beautiful family. All of them, Tommy, Perth, are both beautiful. Zol is Perth. She's just beautiful. Tommy is on. He is beautiful. The mom and dad, they're beautiful. It's just a beautiful family. They're beautiful. Anyway, Tutor and Fighter. I was interested in their story the second they were on screen. Like, the second they showed up, I was like, oh, this is their show. Because the way the ads played, it felt like it was supposed to be Zon and Saifah's show. But the second the show started, I was like, oh no, this is about Tutor and Fighter. They're just the side couple. Zon and Saifah are the side couple. But they're the second main. Oh no, they're the first main? I don't even know. Tutor and Fighter, from the beginning, their relationship, even when they're fighting, it was this weird, like, yearning fighting. Like, I want you. Get out of my way. You're so hot. Don't talk to me. Or maybe I was just reading in between the lines, or maybe I was reading too far into the lines. Who knows? But it was awesome. I was 100% here for their relationship. Honestly, I was not surprised how hot and heavy everything got, because I just felt like they showed from the beginning, definitely, that Fighter wanted Tutor. From the beginning, it was obvious he wanted to be with Tutor. But then Wawa showed up, and because he and Tutor just have this like thing where they have to be stubborn with each other, he just goes, hey, you're Wawa, I'm supposed to be going on a date with you later. Here, I bought you this drink. Like, seriously. And don't get me wrong, I love Wawa. Oh my God, Janice Star did awesome with that. She does really well with the really perky, preppy characters. She was awesome in Together With Me. She was awesome in this as well. Wawa was beautiful. Wawa was so sweet. And I always just felt sorry for her with the way Fighter treated her, because it was even obvious that everything he did wasn't even for her. He was doing things for Tutor. Like when they were telling him he should carry out Wawa's cake. You're her boyfriend, carry her cake out. He made Tutor carry it out because he was like, you could tell for him it was he made the cake for his friend, because even on the cake it says friend. So yeah, like, let him give her the cake. When Wawa tells him this about Tutor, he wants to go do something for him. even getting tutored by Tutor was because he found out what was going on in Tutor's life and he wanted to help him. He wanted to be there for him. So it was obvious all the time. He just really, really, really wanted Tutor. Really wanted Tutor. And I love how different, I'm going back to Love by Chance, I love how different this character in Why Are You and the character in Love by Chance are that Saint played, because again, we get to see so much growth with his acting. Remembrance, oh god, it doesn't exist. I love No and Fun, but it just doesn't exist. I'm sorry, guys, I'm sorry, it doesn't exist. Moving on. So I love seeing the growth of Saint from where he was in Love by Chance to where he is in Why Are You. I love getting to see him play this more assertive character who's like, hey, you can't mess with me, how dare you? But he's also really sweet, and he's just loved by everyone in his life. James, who plays PK, the owner of the coffee shop, loved him the second he was on screen. He was just amazing. I love when we see him. He's just such a good boss. He's such a good mentor. He knows that Tutor's family is going through a situation, and he doesn't hold it against Tutor to the point where he's willing to use his own money to help Tutor out. He's in a spot where he can't afford to keep him as an employee, and he doesn't fire him. He finds another way around it so that even though Tutor, of course, still needs to work more in his tutoring, I can't get over the fact that he's also a tutor and his name is Tutor. I can't get over it. I sometimes wonder, did the writer go, let's see, he's a tutor, so we're gonna name him Tutor. What are we gonna name the other dude? Well, he's an athlete, so he's Fighter. I'm almost wondering if he was originally supposed to be doing Thai boxing. But yeah, because he's a fighter. Moving on. But yeah, even though, Tutor has to work more, find a second job, all that stuff, PK wants to still help Tutor and be there for him. He doesn't just throw him out. I love PK. I love PK. What I also love about Tutor, when everything is going on with Fighter and they're starting, it's obvious. It's obvious that there are some feelings here. We are doing things we're not supposed to be doing, and yes, you and my best friend are not technically together, but y'all going out. You're hanging out. So you need to tell her what's going on, or I'm going to tell her what's going on. The fact that he really wanted to be honest with Wawa, I give him that. The reason why I'm not, usually cheating storylines, I'm like, how dare they? Who do they think they are? But in this case, it's not just the fact that Wawa and Fighter weren't technically together. Tutor, knew it was wrong and was ready to own up for his mistakes. Even if it meant losing a best friend, he was ready for whatever he had to face with that. And I have to give it to him for that. What I also love, when Fighter's dad finally found out about the relationship between Tutor and Fighter, and he went to the coffee shop, whoa! If I could reach through the screen and slap somebody, I would have been like, I don't care how cute your old self is. Come here, you need this slap. And I love how PK handled him. I love how PK handled him. Just sit him down and be like, how dare you? How could you say the things you said? And when, of course, eventually Fighter found out what his dad did, first of all, that water grab had me cracking up. That's one of those scenes where I'm glad it happened, because I was like, really? But at the same time, I was like, y'all didn't need all that. Just make him hit the cup out of his dad's hand, not grab it and just I don't even know if he. It was a statement. It was definitely a statement. But the line where he said to his dad that, yeah, men and women love each other so much, they have a true love so much that mom left you for another man, I was like, yo, I could never speak to my parents like that, and I'm a parent. I would never speak to my parents like that to this day. I'm scared. But oh my gosh, that had me tearing up. I was bent over, holding my stomach, laughing. It was awesome. It was amazing. It was worth it. 100% worth it. Now, I'm kind of gonna go to some of the things. Ooh, actually, before I even go to that, those two creepy people that were hitting on Tudor at the cafe, oh my gosh. Again, if I could reach through a screen, grab two people and just hit their heads together, it'd be those two. And gosh, that first dude, your skin is nice and clear. How about instead of paying the debt, PK handled him good. Like, here's the money, leave. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to go to some things that I have questions about, because of course we know they never got to film everything they wanted to film, especially with Saifah and Zon, because of everything that's going on in the world right now. We all know what's going on in the world at this moment as of the 28th of April 2020 when I'm filming this, recording this. So yeah, we all know what's going on in the world right now. So it makes me wonder what was not going to be in the beach episodes. Is it that a lot of the things that were held longer and had music over it and all that stuff, a lot of those shots were going to be cut shorter? The montages were supposed to be shorter. Were the montages not even supposed to be in it? Like, I wonder, like, what exactly would have been cut from the beach episodes, and I'm talking about the first two beach episodes. I do wonder what would not have made the cut if you know, just if filming had gone the way they originally wanted it to. And also, it makes me wonder why shows are ready to like air before they finish filming everything. Like, I guess because the way I see it is you want to make sure everything is filmed, because once you get everything filmed, if you need to go back and have like ADR done, you get ADR done. If you need to reshoot certain scenes, you just get those scenes reshot. Were they always going to have time to film the scenes with Saifah and Zon? It's questions like these I ask. It's just, I wonder. I just wonder. And the mic under the clothes. So, this, I get why they did the mic under the clothes. I did study audio as well, and I know why they did it. One of the reasons being they were probably trying to avoid having to use a boom mic and have the boom mic operator, and then probably have the mic in the shots on certain scenes. Sometimes not even having clear audio, especially if you have to film in rooms that are very large. You might not even get clear audio. You might get a lot of echoes. That's what ADR is for. I get why they did it, but you have scenes where they're touching each other's clothes and they're moving together, and we're hearing all that ruffling, like like it's really, it really made me question why they did it that way. I don't know. At the end of the day, I enjoyed the storylines of Tudor and Fighter, and I actually enjoyed the storylines of Zon and Saifah. I like the idea that Zon and Saifah were a lot shyer, because they're kind of like the immature couple, and they're very shy, and it took them a while to get there. I thought that was perfect. And Tutor and Fighter are not shy whatsoever. Tutor is a whoa. I love when Fighter is like, so all we're doing now is holding hands. Like, last week you tried to rip my clothes off, and now we're just holding hands because we together now. But yeah, I really think it was perfect as far as each different couple, how their progression works, because it works for their relationship. Tutor and Fighter were definitely gonna be hot and heavy from the start. It was obvious. I was a little worried about that scene where Fighter showed up at Tutor's place and dragged him to the room. I'm glad they didn't go there. I was worried. So I'm glad they didn't go there. And at the same time, I think that scene felt different because of the fact that we as an audience know that Tutor is still in love with Fighter. He's just worried about what the dad thinks. And he's just... Yo, when that turned into a Korean drama and the dad is all, I will give you as much money as you need. Just stay away from my son. I was like, oh my god. Like, which Korean drama is this? There is a list. I'm gonna start with Secret Garden, because Secret Garden was Secret Garden my first Korean drama? I think Secret Garden was my first Korean drama. No, it wasn't. Coffee Prince. Coffee Prince was my first Korean drama. Secret Garden was my favorite Korean drama because that was hilarious. We're focusing on Why Are You the series. I go off on a tangent way too much. So, yeah, the couples I thought were great. I thought the progression of Tutor and Fighter was awesome. I wish we got to see more of the progression of Zon and Saifah. Even though they weren't my favorite couple, I still enjoyed watching them on screen. I thought Saifah's actor Jimmy, for his first show, even though it showed, like I said, it showed in parts that this was definitely his first acting gig, he did very well. They did very well. Their chemistry was really good. Satan Z... I now, after deciding to watch the show, because at first I was still like, why is everyone all hashtag Satan Z? Then I got to whatever episode, was it 6? I think it was episode 6, and I was like, oh, hashtag Satan Z. I see why they're like this now. Still hate shipping actors. I don't ship actors. I'm sorry. So anyway, on the next side of the break, we're actually going to be talking about the side couples, and especially my favorite side couples, and we're actually going to talk a little bit more about Hua Hua and who she ends up with and why I love it. See you soon. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the review of Why Are You the series. Now I'm going to be touching on a lot of the side couples, but before I do, I actually have some corrections to make of some things I said in the first part of the podcast. I said the name of the show was Remembrance, that Saint was in with Perth, where they, I think, again played A and Pete. But it's actually Reminders. How did I remember? Because I was going through Studio Wabi Sabi, looking at the fact that I have to make sure I watch the rest of the End of Love series so that I can review it as well, and seeing where Love Mechanics is right now. Is Love Mechanics right now? Yeah. And I was like, oh, darn. It's Reminders. And I'll get to it one day. But I was looking, I was like, oh, I've watched 2 episodes of it and I got the name wrong. But anyway, it's time to talk about Why Are You the series side couples. So the first couple I want to talk about is Wawa and Day. And oh my gosh, the second, I could see that Day had a crush on Wawa, I was down for it. I was like, please get them together now. They need to be together now. They're both adorable, and I actually kind of like the way Day went around it. This is why, because even at the birthday party at the end of it, you could see Day and Wawa when they were talking to each other. Of course, they were both going in for the kiss, and then Wawa at the last second is like, nope. I can't do this. I am with someone. So when Day just like leaned in when she's like complaining about Fighter and their relationship and why can't guys do this, and Day just pulled her in for that kiss, and she's just there like, wait, what? That was something like a girl like Wawa needed. Like, she wanted that kind of romance and she wasn't getting it, and she found someone who's ready to give her that kind of romance. And I love that whole section, that whole part where Day and Wawa are obviously just staring at each other and obviously want to be alone together, and they're like, Tutor, don't you have a class? Like, he's not going to notice. And that's why I love even when Tutor said, I know she's with Day now, but I still feel like I should tell her. I want to make sure I'm the one who tells her. You know, he's even acknowledging, yeah, she's moved on. She's in a relationship and she's very happy, but she deserves to know. And I love that Wawa was like, I was upset at first, but I'm good. Because at the end of the day, she just wants the best for her best friend. And Day is so adorable. I love him. And, you know, in the first episode, they kind of like gave you a hint that Day was into Wawa, because when they were at the library, wait, was it Day who was talking to him, or was it Saifah? I think it was Day who said to, yeah, I have it in my notes, Day and Tutor. I hope I was right. I hope I didn't misremember, like remembrance. But yeah, when Day wanted to know what is Tutor's relationship with Wawa, is it that you have a crush on her? Is that why you don't like Fighter? I was like, no, I just want the best for my best friend. That's it. I found it interesting though that they kind of set it up that Dave, Tutor, and Saifah are like these three friends that hang out. That's what it felt like they were setting up for, but I didn't see that. Like, we never really see Saifah and Day hang out. I'm guessing they just didn't want to pay the actor who plays Day for all the time. Anyway, moving on. So the next couple I actually want to touch on. The reason why I'm touching on them, at first, when everyone was talking about the actor who played Blue, I think his name was Nat, they were talking about his age, but at the same time, I understood where they were coming from, but for me, I was like, well, they're actors. They're doing their job, because a lot of people were like, I don't want him to end up with Champ or Dew because the actor is this age, but that's not... I get where you're coming from. I understand it. It can be uncomfortable to watch because you know the actor's age, but the character himself is like 18 years old and he's just a year under 18, so it was kind of just like, I get it, but he's acting and they're not going to do anything that's going to get them in trouble. Obviously. I say that, but then I remember Make It Right exists. Anyway, they're not going to do anything that's going to get them as a company, as a show, you know, off the air. So what did I think about the Dew Blue Champ? Who will he choose? I wish we got to see more of it, because I do feel like there's a couple stuff that we definitely missed out on. We did see, like, in the scene where Dew ties up Blue at the event when they were getting ready to put stuff together for the event, and Blue is kind of like laughing as Dew ties him up, because they're getting to a point now where they have a friendship. But I do wonder what, like, I would have loved a series, I guess, about Dew, Blue, and Champ, and then and like Champ going, oh no, I just see him as a brother, but that guy right there, I would have loved to see more of them, because Why Are You had just too many couples in it. I feel like, especially Dew and Blue, because they're just a side couple. All these couples that I'm mentioning are basically side couples, so they don't have enough time to show really the development of them. A lot of these I felt like really deserved their own standalone show where maybe a couple of those people are in there, like Dew, Blue, and Champ, and Japan and Tentai should be in one show together. That's their show. Because their storylines to me were so intriguing and interesting that I wanted to see more of that. Now, for the people who are worried about Max and Nat and their age difference, they definitely, like I said, the show is not going to do anything that's going to get them taken off of the air. So they didn't show much physical affection between the two. It was mostly like stares and flirting in different ways. And then the end of, do you want to come in? It's like, yeah, I know what's happening. Okay, got it, move on. So yeah, but it was I liked the Dew and Blue pairing, actually. It kind of went with the storyline of, it's the same thing, two guys who can't stand each other and slowly they fall in love. It's the storyline. It's your standard storyline. Another side couple, Junior and Soda. Yo, dude, shoot your shot. Your shot's gonna keep missing, but shoot your shot. Oh, she is so out of his league. She is, like, they're both so out of his league. Both those girls are just like, they have their internet fame. They're running a very successful page. They're hosting events for charity. No one is in their league. Those girls are gone, okay? Like, but hell, Junior, shoot your shot, my brother. Oh my gosh, I was proud of him. Actually, I really like the scene where, so we're kind of going to touch on a little bit of Japan and Tai now, where Tai came over to hang out with Junior, and Junior's not there. He went out with Soda. I'm like, Junior sent the message and everything. He could have canceled on time and be like, yeah, I'm not going to be there. He didn't. Was he setting up his brother and his best friend because he knows how his friend feels about his brother? And now we go to Japan and Tai, my favorite side couple, my second favorite couple of the entire series. I was just, from the moment they showed them, I was like, yes, give me more of these two. I want a whole show on these two. Why? It's the whole idea of, like, the older brother, his younger brother and his friend. Like, his younger brother is, like, plotting ways. That's why I think he plotting ways to make sure his friend gets to hang out with his brother, because he knows how his brother and his friend feel about each other. And he's just like, all right, yeah, let's set this up. Japan is supposed to be like this big masculine soccer player, football player, and he is so sweet. He loves animals, and he baby talks and meows with his cat. And oh gosh, the fact that Tantai is just, I like you in whatever setting. You can be the masculine football guy, you can be the sensitive guy, you can be the animal, whatever. I just like you. Loved it. I would just like to take this moment to compare Japan and Tantai with another popular pairing, very famous, made famous by Love by Chance and Tantai, and yeah, which involves Techno and Kingla. Needless to say, I prefer Japan and Tantai. I would rather watch a show about them and have Junior pairing them up and everything, and never watch Kenkla and Techno because of what Kenkla does. Oh my gosh, I'm just remembering the show again and seeing that and going, did they really just go there? Are we really doing this? Are they gonna end up together? I don't want them to end up together. Japan and Tantai, on the other hand, awesome. Like I said, they were my favorite side couple, my second favorite couple of the whole series. I would watch a show just about these two, and Dew and Blue can be their side couple. Just about these two and their relationship, being these tough soccer guys, and like, they're just amazing. And the last scene, was it the last scene? Yes, it was the last scene with them, where Tantai, Japan is like worried about this whole thing, and Tantai is just there to support him. And oh my gosh, I love these two. Yes. Please, more Japan and Tantai. Give me a show with just Japan and Tantai. I will take it. That was my favorite couple, my favorite side couple. So I should give the orders of my favorite couples. So favorite couple of all time in this series, straight up, Tutor and Fighter, 100%. Oh my gosh, I love those two. Amazing. Second favorite couple, Japan and Tantai. Love them. They were so adorable. Just from the beginning, just adorable. Third favorite couple, Wawa and Dave. Mainly because Wawa, like, Janistar, I think it's her fault because she's just so beautiful. I was just in love with her from the second I saw her on Together With Me because she was just the cutest thing ever. And then, Day, the actor who plays Day, he's adorable himself. So just seeing the two of them together, amazing pairing, great pairing, love them together. Then it would be Zon and Saifah for me, and that's mainly because they didn't feel forced or anything like that. I feel like the story did definitely progress to show how their relationship developed. I liked the way their relationship developed. It was perfect for their characters, but they were just lower on the list for me. Then it's Dew and Blue. Dew and Blue, oh my gosh, I love them. Blue was adorable. Dew was adorable. I love that Champ was the unintentional matchmaker in that. And it kind of like the conversation between, I believe it was Champ and Japan, was the conversation they were having about, like, does he like Blue and stuff like that. And it did feel like Champ was like, no, I don't see him like that, but I don't trust him with them. Like, he was just if he knew that what Dew had in mind, he would have never paired them up. That's what it felt like. I love that about it. And then Junior and Soda, because dude, shoot your shot. Just shoot your shot. Go ahead. Walk around with a drink for the woman. She is a business lady. She and her best friend, they running their show. They are good. These girls got it. These girls rolling. Shoot your shot. I don't know if he actually ends up with her. Did he actually end up with her? I need to rewatch the last episode again and again. Because, again, like I said, I don't know how much of the show they were able to keep, how many scenes they actually missed out on, what they had to cut, all that stuff. It was still good. I enjoyed all the couples at the end of the day. I really did. I enjoyed all the pairings. I was still trying to figure out if Zen and, Natty, T and Zen, I'm guessing they were supposed to be a pairing too, because I know T was interested in Zol, and then she did the whole thing where she got them to do a boys love review of a restaurant. Oh gosh, so I was trying to figure out if she herself was trying to set Zen up with T because she figured Zen likes T. I don't know if that was actually going somewhere or not. Maybe it was. Maybe I missed something. Who knows? What else I want to talk about is the fact that this show had so many rookie actors. These were a lot of first-time actors. I've talked about that with Jimmy, who plays Saifah. But whoever the acting coaches are, the directors, they did an amazing job of helping these people get prepared to be on screen, getting into their character, not acting like themselves, because that's a lot of mistakes that you sometimes see, especially with a lot of rookie actors. Oh, I'm just being myself to make it look natural. No, when you be yourself, it doesn't make it look natural. It makes it look amateur. This did have a professional feel to it. They had their sponsors. Oh my god. How many times can you brush your teeth? How many times can you brush your teeth? I was watching it on my phone. I didn't realize one of my kids was looking over my shoulder, because I was just like watching one of the episodes where they bring up toothbrushing again, and all of a sudden I hear, brush your teeth. And I was like, stop looking over my shoulder, go play. Go back outside. You don't have any school, just get out of the house. Stay away from me until 2 p.m. where I come and pick you up. I did not say all that. I was like, yeah, they brush their teeth, go away. And I never watched it while any of them were awake again. Like, I thought I could get away with watching this show on my phone. Kids find a way to look over your shoulder. Like, you can't even hear what's going on. Jeez, dude. Anyway. But yeah, Oh my god, the brushing of the teeth, the makeup. Oh man, episode 13. Did they just throw that in there? Wait, we can't take a picture. Here, put some powder on. Was that thrown in? Did they film that because they were like, okay, we have another ad, we need to get this in here as quickly as possible? Like, so many ads. One of the things I did find intriguing about, well, it's not just Thailand, it's just mainly like media in general now. Everyone is doing their little ads, but I love how blatant they are with, this is an ad, this is the product, it makes my skin nice and clean. Wow, it's so blatant. And I like when it's thrown in there in a way where I don't notice it. Like, I notice the product, but I don't notice it. And Thai cinema, well, Thai shows don't do that. They do not. They go, this is an ad. Stay tuned for the ad. Here is the ad. One that I think was thrown in there well, so I'm going to go to a different show. I'm going to go to Until We Meet Again, the series, because I'm like working on my Until We Meet Again, the series review, and they have a lot of ads that are like, oh my gosh, this is annoying. But two stood out to me that I was like, wow, that was done in a way where, yes, I knew it was an ad, but it didn't like overwhelm me with, this is an ad. One was, well, actually three. Two of them involve Lay's. One was when they were on the bus and Win and Team share Lay's. Another one was when Team was in the store and he's like, ooh, I'm gonna get 1 bag, 2 bags. I think that was actually pretty good because it was like, he's getting Lay's. There it is, he's getting Lay's. But it was done in a way where it was involved in the story. I didn't feel like you just pulled me out of the story for an ad. And the third one is, there's a scene with Dell and Dawn where Dell is reading a book, and it's obviously she's reading it on Meb ebooks, and he's like trying to see, what are you reading? What is this book? And she's like, leave me alone. You don't need to see what I'm reading. That was done really well. Those were 3 ads that didn't feel like ads and didn't overwhelm me with, this is an ad. And why are you? Oh my gosh. They make it very, very clear. This is an ad. This is an ad. This is an ad. This is an ad. Oh my gosh. It was so in your face and just so blatant. I was taken out of it every time it was an ad. I was like, oh, gotta earn your money. Okay, time to earn some money. Okay, let's earn some money. And I just didn't feel like I even needed to pay attention to it. I'm like, all right, they're brushing their teeth together, and they have their own special toothpaste. One is using charcoal. The other one is using, I don't know, Minty Fresh. But oh my gosh, it did take me out every time. I wish like more shows would do it in a way where it's so intertwined in the story. I don't even notice this is an ad. Like, I want to not notice it's an ad, but still sit there and go, I should get some chips. Like, that's what I want. That's all I'm saying. Now, I want to talk about the music for Why Are You? Because the music is great. They have some great original songs. But that song by Kao, and I think her name is Kao. I can't pronounce it properly. I'm sorry. Kao, and Tomo. Oh my gosh. I love that song. I think I played it for everyone. My kids know that song because I will play it, and we are just like jumping around and dancing because I need to get them tired. I can't wait for schools to reopen in a safe time. Let's get to safety. But yeah, like, that's a song I play for everyone. My coworkers know that song. My husband, he knows that song. I'll be like, oh, we're driving around? Well, let's start with this song. Everybody dance. It's just such a good song. I love it. I learned the dance. I had to learn the dance. I love that song. So the song by Kao and Tomo, my favorite song overall. I would have just... If the only song that played the entire series, like everything else was just like instrumentals, but then a song comes in and it's only that song the entire series, I'd be cool with it. I would not complain. I would never complain. Be like, this is a sad part. Why are they playing that song? To make sure the audience isn't sad. We're happy during the sad scene. It's an amazing song. Criticize a little bit Tomo's voice doing that rap. I mean, he was on beat, but the song was still great. It didn't take away from the song. I still enjoyed it. Really enjoy. I just love that song. It's a great song. I probably shouldn't say anything if I don't have anything to say. Now, how do I rate this show overall? So how I decided to do the rating, I decided to not focus. I decided to excuse a lot of things that kind of came off weird or weirdly filmed or too long, because I just kept in mind that they had to probably stretch a lot of scenes for the fact that, you know, of what's going on. They had to cancel a lot of stuff, cancel a lot of filmings and stuff. So I decided to use that, focus on that. So I gave it a rating of 8 out of 10. I still really love the show. I would definitely watch it again. If they come out with a DVD with English subtitles that are fixed up, because some of those subs were so weirdly written, and there was a lot of Thai wordplay jokes that don't translate over well into English, and we needed explanations on that and all that stuff. But I'll still get the DVD. I would still definitely, I like the show a lot. If not for the fact that it would have been an even better show if they were able to film everything they wanted to. I feel like it would have been a better show if they were able to do everything they actually wanted to do with the show. But even with what we got, it was actually really good. It was really entertaining. I found out Saint is actually a good actor, and I shouldn't have judged as hard as I did in Love by Chance, even though I still loved Love by Chance. I thought it was a great show. So yeah, definitely an 8 out of 10. And yes, definite watch again for me. I probably wouldn't watch this as much as I've seen Sotus. And I just said, so every time I say Sotus, I think I should rewatch it. It's on Netflix now without the ad, so I can just watch the whole thing. And hopefully that's still supporting the actors and getting us more BL on Netflix from Thailand. That's how I look at Sotus. I'm sorry. But yeah, definite watch again. So if you haven't checked out Why Are You the series, I hope I didn't give away too much and you're ready to check out Why Are You the series. If you did check out Why Are You the series, come on over to Instagram and let me know what you thought of Why Are You the series. Do you think I gave it did I judge too harshly on a lot of things? Was Saifah Zon your OP? It's cool if they are. Were you shipping Champ and Blue? Tell the truth. Were you like Zol? Like, yeah, I ship Champ and Blue. I wasn't. From the beginning, I was like, oh, Dew and Blue all day. Actually, I was even cool with Dew Blue Champ. Like, that would have been good too. Like, show some polyamory up in here. Thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you for listening. I hope you come over to Instagram and follow me so you can see what will be going on Time for BL, and I hope you can next time also make some time for BL. I love you, and I hope you have a good morning, good evening, good night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Bye!